Hi, my name's Kevin Hicks. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The History Squad. Now today we're here at the Saskatoon Museum of Military Artifacts right in the middle of the prairies in Canada. I can tell you outside it's -30 in that snow, so we're tucked up nice and warm. Now I'm dressed in my First War uniform. This one's, I've pitched it quite early war. So I'm there with my swagger stick. On parade or going on leave, you can't go anywhere without your swagger stick. Many a young officer charging over the top of the trenches with nothing more than his swagger stick. Hellish, eh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the hidden things of a First World War soldier. What's he got in his pockets, for instance? So for a start, here, top left, what have I got? Oh, quite simple. This is Active Service, the New Testament. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm actually going to place them down so we can film them and you can have a closer look. This is original, right? So let's place him down there. Now what else have I got in this top pocket? Ah, a whistle. You can't go anywhere without your whistle. So the whistle on the lanyard, that can go back in. And then in the other pocket, it's my paybook. And the paybook is important. There it is. But inside the paybook, it's your records, right? Where you've been, how much you're owed. But there are other things as well. Gas defense leaflet. I'll put that so that we can film that a little bit better. And some special information about you. So let's see what we've got. Oh, yeah, patriotic pledge. I'm not going to get drunk. What kit I've signed for. A little momentum of France. I think we're going to have to block some of that out. I'll put that down there. But in here, field service postcard. And this is a flyer really, just before you go into combat. You say, I'm well, or I've been admitted to hospital, I've been sick, I've been wounded. You just tick it and then you sign it. Put the address on the other side and away it goes. I've got some originals of these from my uncle who was killed in Normandy, my great uncle Albert. And the one he actually filled out and signed the day he was killed. Then I have my national registration. Everything laid out, and I think this one is another one to do with gas, because you had to try and instill in the soldiers how to look after their gas equipment. Yeah, instructions for use of the respirator and smoke helmets. So this is quite late war. Can you imagine you start to read it during a gas attack? I would hope not. So I'll put this out. Right, so that's me breast pockets done. And let's have a look here on my hip pocket. What have I got in here? Ah, very important. Trench lighter. A tobacco pouch. And in it, a pipe. Very important. A nice comfort thing. Anything else in here? Oh, some of you might find this strange. A nick comb. And this one's made of bone. So they didn't have the plastic that we have today. So I will keep my hair clean as I can. And been handed to me the Gospel according to St. John. Active service, please carry this in your pocket. So, lots of stuff. Oh, interesting little pocket here. And this is where you keep your first aid kit. You open it up and you have a little vial protected in a cardboard tube of iodine. And then inside there is your shell dressing. So your bandage and your pad. So if you hit, either you or a friend can actually look after you. I'm going to put that back in so it doesn't go astray. Now in the other pocket, I sometimes forget what I've got in these. Oh, yes. Most valuable pack of cards. Boredom. You need to keep yourself occupied. Cards isn't too bad, but the old game of Crown and Anchor, it's illegal. It's heavy gambling. And I've got something else here, just a simple comfort. OXO cubes. Yeah, it's no good if you're stuck somewhere and you're going to brew up and you've got nothing to put in your hot water. So I always carry a little tin with the necessaries in there. Now I'm going to take off my belt and show you what's on the inside of the tunic. Let's just put this to one side. So undoing the tunic, you will see that underneath, hooks and eyes, buttons and everything, I'm wearing a grey back shirt. Under that, a vest. Sometimes I'll have a cardigan if it gets too cold. But now these are your dog tags. There's 2 of them, just compressed cardboard, these. If you're wounded, yeah, they can identify if you can't speak. But also if you're killed, they can take one for the records and then either nail the other one to your cross or leave it on the body. But they're only on a little bit of string, so these things rot away. Before this, it was a single dog tag, yeah, with a very, very thin aluminium, so they would corrode very, very quickly. Now around my waist, I have my belt, I have my braces, no elastic. In the films, they've always got modern British Army braces, this, no elastic. Now I have a lanyard, and on the end of the lanyard, my clasp knife. Every soldier had one. There were lots of variations of these. I've just got the one. You know, I've had people say, oh, that's from the artillery, that's from the cavalry, this is this. It's mine. It's my clasp knife. And in my pocket, I also have a watch. I've got just an old-fashioned fob watch there. And also my wallet, because I will carry personal things in there as well as cash. I might even have a little purse, which I haven't got at the moment, but I'm looking. Now in the other pocket, a strange one. Red handkerchief. Now you can verify this for me, because I come across this years ago. You were forbidden as a British soldier to carry a white handkerchief into the front line for fear that they would all surrender. So you had a coloured one. Mine is red. Something I am missing in my little collection, shall we say, is a First World War condom. They did have them. Apparently they were reusable, so get your head around that one. Yeah, you could wash it out and use it again. They were important, but they were also expensive. So I should imagine only your older soldiers would have had one. The younger ones, not. And of course, France and Belgium, there was a roaring trade in prostitution, and with that came the knock-on effect of syphilis, gonorrhea, and of course soldiers returning from the front line would then pass on the syphilis to their wives. It's a horrendous story, but it is actually part of real life, isn't it? Now the last thing I'm going to show you is something I didn't click when I first started looking into First World War, is what is this disc stuck here? And you can often see soldiers on the march, and it is in fact simply your spoon. And I can relate to this as an ex-soldier, an ex-squaddie, is you need your spoon close by. It might be just a quick something to eat. You might be lucky to have a mess tin full of stew, and you simply eat it, clean your spoon, put it back. And these are often found, let's put him back properly, on the battlefields of France and Belgium, where soldiers are charging forward and they've fallen out or been blown out. So, from personal effects, paperwork, military gear, dog tags and the red handkerchief, I hope you've enjoyed our little film here at the Saskatoon Museum of Military Artifacts, right in the middle of the prairies of Canada. If you did, like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the all notifications button so you know what's coming down the line. But for now, I'm away. Bye bye.